Hold up, I gotta figure out how to turn the music down. Hold up, because that is way too loud. Because that is way too loud. How about that? Because that is way too loud. How about that? Yeah, okay. Sorry, I know this is like supposed to be cross stitch.
Yeah, okay.
But
Sorry, I know this
so
is like supposed to be cross.
I grabbed Zuzu because I was mad at her.
Sorry, I know this
So,
is like
and
supposed to be
I
cross.
brought her
Yeah,
in here
Zuzu
because
I was
she
mad at her. I know this
needs
is
way too much
I brought
attention.
her in here because
And
needs way too much attention.
yeah, they were being
And
so super adorable. I just
they were being
couldn't stand
so
it.
super adorable.
Oh my
I
gosh,
just-
are you guys hearing the weird loop that I'm hearing?
Oh my
Because
gosh,
that's
are you
not
guys
good.
hearing the weird loop that I'm hearing?
Oh
Oh my
because
gosh,
that's
are you
not
guys
good.
hearing the weird loop that I'm hearing? Oh my gosh, are you guys hearing the weird loop that I'm hearing? Oh my gosh, are you guys hearing the weird loop that I'm hearing? Oh my gosh, are you guys hearing the weird loop that I'm hearing?
Hold up for a second. 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 How about now? Is there a weird echo now? No, but you also can't hear the music. This is fun. Unless you guys can hear the music, let me know. Yeah. Okay. Nope. All right. We might do without then for today because right now I don't know how to do it without making it loop and make that cute little echo that we had going on. But I mean, instead you get, this is like painfully cute. Like, I'm really glad that I'm not the only one witnessing this because they're being like disgustingly cute. The music's gonna bug me a little bit, but that's gonna be fine. Also, okay, I don't have shout outs hooked up yet, but I'm gonna replay some people who followed before stream even started and who were super sweet and did shout outs before like I even decided to do this. So okay. So shout out to Sean. Thank you so much. Definitely check out his channel if you haven't already. And same with Duckberg. Also a lovely individual. I think it's now playing everything like 50 times because I clicked it too many times. So just thank these people a lot. Slap Happity. I believe that one is someone who is in Pugzumi's stream the other night who was so sweet and shouted me out. There's another thank you for you later. Whoop. Yeah. So many hiccups. This is just, you know, how first times go. But you still get to see cute cats. I'm sorry they're upside down. I swear it makes more sense when you get to see the cross stitch. I believe that was Credo, if it didn't already pop up again. Thank you again for the early support. Slap Happity. If you have something that you prefer to be called, like, throw it in there. Same with pronouns, like, please. By the way, on stream I go by Lamps, she, her, pronouns. Yeah, cool stuff. And Kale again, in case, yours didn't already pop up, bud. Love you. Whoop. An unsavory baker. Thanks, Totoro. Town Pariah. So, okay, I know in chat they said that they don't do anything, but they have such a fire Etsy store. So I'm just going to go ahead and plug that. I don't think you can drop a link, but you could drop, the name of what your Etsy store is called. That's my, go-to wallet is one that they made. So there you go. Same with lighter cases, like just the cutest little lighter cases, for when you want to light a candle. And once again, a shout out to Pug Zoomies. Thank you again for being so supportive. All right, and it looks like Zuzu decided that she's had enough of this. So, yeah, we could actually cross stitch. Let me just, I know you get to see me do all the, whee. Also, thank you, Slap. I will make a note of that. Slap or Lauren, she, they. All right. And let me know if how everything's working. I know the music's not. I'm going to figure that out. That or we're going to do a silent disco type thing where I'll have a link that then you can listen along. To what I'm listening on Spotify. If you're watching this live, I will also be posting VODs to YouTube normally within 24 hours of the live stream. Yeah, I think that's all the pre-stuff. How is everybody? Oh, so I guess I should tell you about the cross stitch. I decided I needed more affirmations in my life to remind me how wonderful I am. So ooh, what are you having for lunch, Pug Zoomies? You better be eating something because you can't be on lunch and not eating something. That's not okay. But so the pattern we're working on is by Hoop Modern Stitch. I got it on Etsy. And they have recommended colors. To be honest, I'm just kind of picking my own and going by it. This is going to be a weird question. Let me know if you can hear the tower garden on the porch. I'll fix that later. Okay, thanks, Town Pariah. I'll talk to you later and let you know how it goes. And you'll let me know how that interview goes. Good luck. Ooh, what kind of veggie burger? Because that kind of sounds good. All I had today was a banana, and I'm kind of regretting that now. But yeah, so I was looking at it, and if you were on the Instagram, you definitely saw my progress so far. And I realized there was this little bit over here that I just didn't do, I guess. So we're gonna fix that. So it was 3 over there. Let me know if there's like a different way you need me guys to hold. You guys need me to hold this so you can see it. And whatnot. And what you guys want to talk about. Just in case there wasn't anybody here, I was like kind of brainstorming interesting things. And y'all can hear like my hot takes on what I think about the banned water parks. There's a giant potato sitting next to me. I can tell you all about the giant potato. My really disorganized craft box is also here. Well, sewing box. I have like a whole different one that's like just full of yarn for my crocheting, knitting, you know. Is that 4 or is that? Maybe we didn't fully follow the pattern. But that's what makes it unique. Oh, yo, okay. Yeah, Sean, no, you are right on the money. That is just a real quick little whoop show and tell. Yeah, so I did go to a show the other day. Words. And it was fun. Like it was like I kind of feel like it almost feels like a guilty pleasure kind of thing because I always feel like I'm one of the oldest people there, but I went to Sad Summerfest and as someone who like wasn't allowed to go to Warp Tour at the peak of Warp Tour, you know, like a hardcore Academy is fan who didn't get to go to Warp Tour in like 07, 08, Sad Summerfest feels like this weird like middle school fantasy I always had. Kind of like when I got to see Fall Out Boy with a guy that I was dating. I was like, 13-year-old me is so hype. Not to say that I couldn't like appreciate it like for, you know, my taste now, but like yeah, for me there is like a big nostalgia piece to that. No, dude, right? I feel like nobody ever knows Pugzumi's The Academy is, and that's literally my life would have gone a completely different direction, like in such a domino effect that I don't even know that I'd be like on stream right now had I not found out about the band The Academy is. Sorry, the echo in my head was like so weird and I felt like I wasn't like talking in like a normal cadence because I kept like listening to myself. So there we go. Dude, I'm so jealous. I mean, once I knew who they were and like, well, okay. So no, thank you, Sean, for asking about this show because now I'm just gonna rant about music for like far too long. So yeah, music's always been like one of my literal favorite things. The only problem is I don't have the patience to play music. You'll probably notice how freaking long it takes me to do this cross stitch. I am Wait, Sean, I didn't know you even got to see them once. Um, you'll have to tell me about that. Um, Also, I remembered I had coffee. Um, but okay, yeah, no, let's do origin story because this all ties together. Um, when I was in middle school, I had this best friend, and we were like absolutely inseparable. And she had this like weird older online friend, you know, how it is to be in middle school in like the early 2000s. Uh and he would give her music recommendations. And so then I got all of her music recommendations. And he was into Midtown and the Academy is and Fall Out Boy and, you know, all your like Hot Topic, Fueled by Ramen, Warp Tour staples. Uh and I mean, not that I didn't grow up listening to like sheerly like Radio Disney or anything. I mean, that was in the mix, but like my mom's a deadhead, my dad roadied for like a hair metal band. Eclectic taste in music. You know, so like some people's families listen to like Journey and like we listen to like Ants Marching by Dave Matthews Band on the way to kindergarten, you know. Or like Shiny Happy People by REM. Like that was like household family jams. uh you know, I did know, Sean, that you had been to one of the Honda Civic tours, but knowing how much you love Paramore, I don't think I ever questioned which Honda Civic tour. I just assumed it was the Paramore one. Um, so no. I mean, you might have told me about it. I just literally might have been a little too dense to realize what show you were talking about. Also, Kale, if you're still here, bro, you'll notice that I am still terrible at telling stories that go anywhere. Uh, yeah. And you'll have to excuse me for a hot second while I concentrate long enough to attach this little string where I wanted it to go. For anyone wondering, Ernie, the other cat, the cat that didn't leave me, is still in fact in here, just purring his little brains out, sleeping. Um, yeah. Oh hell yeah, unsavory baker. Love, what do you want me to call you in the chat? Just cuz I don't want to dox anyone. And also if I've called anyone anything that they didn't want me to, let me know. Um but yeah, dude, thanks for stopping by. It has been like forever. I hope you're doing well. Um but yeah. So I don't know where this needle came from, and now I'm really worried because I don't know if I picked up the needle that I dropped in the hallway when I told y'all that like Zuzu took this. Actually, one of the cats found it, and I feel like such a terrible cat parent. It's fine. They're my parents' cats. I went to move a blanket for them that they really liked, and as I was doing so, I heard a little clinkle like metal, and I'm like, oh shit, that's where my favorite needle went. Um, so yeah, that was a bad story. Um, but okay, so yeah, going back into that. So like the Academy is was one of the first like I don't know if anybody remembers like my family's an Apple family. Um If anybody was wondering, I'm streaming on a Mac. Uh, sorry guys, I'm just looking at the pattern and seeing what we're gonna do next. Just like to explain real quick, cause like I guess I could keep going with like what's going on over here. The problem with that though is I really hate taking the piece of fabric out of the frame. Because it's such a pain in the ass to get back in, and I don't want to waste all your all's time watching me try to wrangle a piece of fabric. But yeah, so even though we could keep going with this flower, I don't know that we're going to go in that direction. That and I like having a lot of touch points. Y'all can tell me if this is boring or if this is like the kind of stuff you want to hear more of. I will definitely come back to music, and I'm so sorry. This story will probably go on for several streams. Cuz that's just how I talk. But yeah. So there's a lot of different ways to like start your cross stitch, and like the way I do it, or the way like I was taught. No, thanks, Sean. I do appreciate that. But I don't want to like be boring either. And I would totally be talking less if I knew there was a little bit of background noise so that I wasn't just giving you dead air. I'll have that figured out for next time. It'll be fine. I'm going to turn that off because honestly, I'm not even listening to it. So yeah. That's cute. Thanks, Tom. No, I really appreciate it. I'm just constantly frazzled. That's just who I am. It's fun. Uh but so the way that I start is I was going to say maybe you can see on the pattern, but they normally like mark out kind of where the center is. And so also with this pattern, because I was like, maybe I'll try doing like from the edge and going in this time or something. This one basically asked me to start with the word fuck. And I'm like, no, absolutely. The first thing that is going on this beautiful canvas is the word fuck. Let's go for it. Yeah. But like from there, and once I have my center point, if I don't have to count past 15, that is super excellent. Especially because, like, I like to tune my brain out when I'm crafting. So, like, nah, we're only going to count to 15. We're going to be chatting. We're going to be watching something. Like, we're not going to be sitting here being like, okay, let me triple check 5 times. No, we're taking this easy. So, yeah, so we have 2 cute little blue flowers. And we can either like go back up here, but I kind of am thinking that I want to go for what the flowers that go under delete. Fuck deli? Dude. No, a fuck deli would be. Now I'm just picturing a really progressive brothel that's like diner themed, and you like do what you do at a brothel, but it looks like a diner. Um no. Sorry, that's things that look like other things. Um if you do follow me on Instagram, I posted a bit ago a Zelda piece that I had actually made for another streamer, Sean, because I don't know if y'all know, but he used to and maybe is dipping his toe back into speedrunning Ocarina of Time. And so I thought, he's a good friend. Maybe wanted a little cross stitch. So, yeah, as I was making that, and it's the famous Zelda meme, the like, too scared to go, now the joke's not going to be funny, but anyway, the way it popped up, like the way that I was sewing it for the longest time, because I had decided like halfway through the lettering that I didn't want to do lettering anymore. It was like, go alone, take something. Either way, I don't know. Eventually I'll remember and I'll tell you guys and you'll be like, oh my god, that was really funny. I wish you said it an hour ago, but looking back, it was really funny. Um, so yeah, let me put that down for a second and stop being hella distracted. If you wanted to see what the whole thing's gonna look like. Yee. Oh, so if we find the green that I used, which shouldn't be a difficult thing to do, but like my lovely little very on brand cookie tin is not organized, which is fine. Organization's overrated, I say, and like my very carefully alphabetized CD collection just like falls to the ground and crashes. Yeah, okay. So the color we are looking for is that one. Let's see if we can find it. It's a lighter green. I believe it's that. So Sean, yeah, no, people do organize the cookie jar, and actually, I'm trying to be better because, the way it is right now, everything kind of turns into a big naughty mess, and it's like, and not naughty in the cute way, like naughty in the oh fuck way. That looks like the color. And so like normal anal people, not like weird anal people the way that I'm like anal about weird things, but like normal people who like things organized take their little cookie jar and like every time they use some string they like put it back on a little spindle and it's like all cute and it's not like this. I have like old patterns in here, shit that I like kind of started and forgot about. Yeah, I'm sure there will be a lot more of this. Also, I can't believe I just crinkled that much plastic and like both cats are still dead asleep. Yeah, no, so unsavory baker. Also, you should let me know what you want me to call you on here, unless you already did and I just missed it. But no, that's how I ended up with oddly enough normal anal and weird anal, both menu items at the fuck deli. Does one happen to be vegetarian? Um, the Yeah, no, unsavory baker with the actually having cookies in that cookie tin. That's how I ended up with that cookie tin is I was living with some people who like actually ate um Danish butter cookies like around the holidays, and at the end I'm like sitting there and I had like only recently started sewing, and so I had like all this sewing stuff and not really anywhere to put it. And so yeah, they went to throw it out and I'm like, actually, can I rescue this cookie tin? And they're like, "Oh god, you're a hoarder." And I'm like, "I can't help it. I can't help it. I need to be the meme." Um yeah. All right. Sounds good. Um yeah. But okay, you know what? Back to let's talk about the academias again. Um cuz that's fun. But so yeah, so I like grew up on like Foo Fighters and REM, and so what's the rule of thumb on interviews? Being late to interviews. Are are you late to the interview or are they? Because honestly, I've had a few interviews that I thought I was late and then I triple checked and the time zone was wrong. I have a feeling that's not your case because I feel like you're probably doing an in-person interview, Town Pariah. Um I normally give them a half hour, but also that more has to do with the kind of oh, okay. I didn't know if I could call you Danny here, love. That's so I am so glad you put that in there. Um E. Okay, well, okay, so it's 15 minutes. There's a chance that it's like if they're doing back-to-back interviews, they could be super late. Um Also, Danny, I'm so glad you're like meeting the other people that are in chat right now. I think you're really going to like them. Um but yeah. Um Deep breaths. I'm just going to hope that they're running late, but at the same time like I feel like more than a half hour is pushing it. You know? Like I think if it's like 2 and you're done, I'd say that's done. But then again, like it's also your vibe on the place. Oh, hey! Sorry, that was like a weird that was like really enthusiastic. I just haven't like even seen your name in like a hot second. Go ahead and drop what you want me to call you in the chat. And also whatever your music projects are right now, definitely going to give you a shout out. Um, but no, it's so nice to see you. Um, I was actually I'm weaving my way through a story of how oh, okay, cool. Hi, Zach. Um and yeah, and you're gonna drop what music projects you're working on right now so everybody can go check them out. There's no links. I gotta like work on that because I don't currently have mods. Um but there's no links right now, but if you just drop the name of your music projects right now. Or I'll look them up later and I'll let everybody know. But yeah, thank you for stopping by. And I hope you're doing well. Um, Needles over here. Yeah, no, like I love this. I love this. All these weird fun people mixing. This is fun. I like this. Um But yeah, so I went to Sad Summerfest over the weekend. And so I don't know. I don't even know if worlds colliding. Yes. No, Danny, absolutely. Um and like later when I text you and I explain who all the people in chat right now are, you'll be like, "Yo, that was quite the mix." We got people from college, we have people from my life. Danny, yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and shout out your old band. Zach was in My Name is Drew. So if you used to like if we were like friends in high school and used to go see bands with me, there is a good chance that you know like half the people in chat right now. Um and also y'all used to come to my apples to apples parties cuz I used to throw the most baller apples to apples parties. Um No, okay, so Tom, everybody I've talked to, I don't know how our paths didn't cross sooner because you were also in a bunch of local bands and like when I was in high school, that's all I did was go to local shows. Um no, Zach, absolutely. I would honestly love to see everyone and like yeah. But okay, so right here now you're in Abydos. I'm gonna hope I pronounce that right. And Rob's in that with you, yeah? Yeah. So there's still a couple of y'all. Um, and you don't have anything out right now. But a single's coming out. That's awesome. You'll definitely have to let me know when. Um, and it's Riff Metal Prog. That's pretty cool. And then your personal project is Advanced Fiction, which is the same as your username on here. And you've got tracks on Spotify, Indie Emo, and that sounds lovely. Yeah, no, Donovan, that's Unsavory Baker. I definitely dragged you to one of their shows, down in Delaware. Oh wait, I should shouldn't be doxing anyone. Although I have driven very far for a show before. Um, Oh no, Tom, for sure. If nothing else at Sean's last show, which yeah. Um yeah. No, I miss the like early 2000s tri-state. I don't think doxing people can be a gimmick, Danny. Ah. Yeah, dude. I'll definitely 'cause of IRL career crap, I am kind of hard to find at the moment, but I will find you and I would absolutely love to give that a listen, Zach. But yeah, I was gonna say I think we're still Instagram linked. I don't know. Also, also fun things I'll eventually talk about probably. What was gonna be moving, making a big move and like did all these things like well screw this and like cleared all this stuff and now I'm like oh crap no. Take me back. I love being here. Also, thanks, Zach. No, I appreciate that. And thank you. That's yeah, y'all gotta start calling me Dr. Lamps. Sup. Um No, but that's Donovan, that's I can't let you dox me by you being very public either. All right, so it looks like Well, one, it looks like I accidentally woke up a cat, so that's fun. Um, and I'm sure he is going to be hella pissy in very soon. 3 over 3 down from the eye and delight. That's 1 down, 2 down, 3 down. Did I say 3 and 3? Yeah, I said 3 and 3. Isn't doxing the planet basically what NASA just did by showing its sending a picture of its precise location in the greater universe, like in context? Like it kind of was like, yo, all other planets were here. Like, isn't that kind of what they did? No, 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 no. Okay. Doxing the planet is showing its exact location in the greater galaxy. Earth nudes. Now, Earth nudes, I want you to go to Reddit, and I want you to go to the subreddit, either Damn Nature You Scary, or, Nature is Lit. That one's pretty decent. Now, those are some damn Earth nudes. But yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that NASA is in the business of doxing the planet. Yeah, no. I mean, I can always clip it for you later. Um, but no, I'd argue that NASA definitely doxed the planet. Um, so like when I was in college, I had this friend who introduced me to all kinds of scary things um like garage bands, like the kind where the lead singer doesn't have like a really pretty voice. Mind blowing. Um but no, one of the scary things he introduced me to is this like theory that like we're not long for the planet because of like filters and the fact that we've already made it over certain big humps and like means that we won't make it over like other ones. And it really really fucked me up, and I just had to sit very quietly in a chair for a long time thinking about it. uh it was awful. But anyway, and basically the whole point was like, okay, if we've already passed the big filters, that's awesome. And we're gonna live for a long time because we've already made it through the big thing that keeps a lot of like intelligent life forms from developing. But it was like, okay, but if there's aliens and they come find us, that means we didn't pass that big intelligent life form filter yet. And if we didn't pass that big intelligent life form filter yet, something scary's coming. Yeah, no, Danny, I'm glad I'm not the only one who knows about this because it's absolutely terrifying and I hate it. Like I very much hate it, and I'm so sorry if I just triggered anybody else's anxiety because like space is normally one of my anxiety triggers. Um no, right, Zach? It was rough, and it's like I didn't want to take it seriously because this was also the same dude who like introduced me to Rick and Morty. So it's like, do I trust you? Um No, okay, so like on Savory Baker, so like that's the thing is it's like they're not saying that like it means that we're more likely to be taken over by um Oh, is Nope the new what's his face joint? I haven't gotten to see any of his. I need I need a new buddy to go see horror movies with because I need somebody who's already seen them and knows when there's going to be gore or something that triggers me so that they can just like cover my eyes. Like I watched the autopsy of Jane Doe with an X, and it was fantastic. I really really enjoyed that movie. Had we not watched Super Troopers immediately after that happened to have the same actor in it, I think I wouldn't have been able to sleep for like a month. But it was great because like there's maybe a sad animal scene in that, and that's why I can't watch Stranger Things anymore. Like I literally had to stop halfway through Stranger Things, like the second season, because there was and I am so sorry for this season 2 Stranger Things spoiler, but there is a scene where a not so great thing happens to a pet and I couldn't emotionally handle it. Oh no. Oh no, Zach, you're saying it gets worse? Because I wanted to watch it, but nah, if bad things are happening to pets and there's nobody there to cover my eyes, that it's not happening. But no, Jordan Peele, yes. No, I remember before my grandpa passed away, I I remember him like trying to tell me that he watched Get Out and that he didn't get it, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm like I don't know how to explain to you like his brand of horror." Because I'm like no grandpa, it's not going to be like a jump scare thing, and it's not going to be like a very uh non-metaphoric monsters. I'm like, yeah, it legitimately might be things that aren't scary to you, and that doesn't mean it's a bad movie. Yo, I am so glad you're leaving the Zoom waiting room. Best of luck, love. And you're gonna tell me how that goes, and also like what it's for and everything. I wasn't gonna like make you like shout this all out. Um, doesthedogdie.com is a good resource for finding potential triggers for watching stuff. Um, oh, love, I'm sorry. I mean, it is too, and if you were supposed to be interviewed at 1:30, that makes a lot of sense. That's gross. I hate. I shouldn't be talking bad about like. Oh, yo! Hi! Thanks for the follow and welcome in Dr. JP12. If I don't know, I know I have like high safety settings on chat right now because I don't have mods and I just want to make sure everybody's being super cool. Um but yeah, when you do get into chat, definitely drop what you want me to call you. Otherwise, I'll probably just call you Dr. JP. And if that's cool. And also let me know your pronouns so I don't misgender you because then I feel so bad and I don't want to make you feel bad. Yeah, no, thanks for joining us, Zach. Have a great afternoon. And I hope we chat soon. It's like Mr. Skin for avoiding sadness. I am just ace enough that I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. Oh, and thanks, Zach, for the follow. I hope to see you again soon. Thank you so much. Um, no, Danny, that's so lame. I haven't sewed a damn thing. Um, yeah. No, that's Yeah. That's I'm not a fan of recruiters not giving candidates the same level of respect they expect from their candidates. Like, if I could. No preference, he, him. Sounds good. Welcome in, Dr. JP. How is your day going? Is it like lunchtime ish where you are? Is it early morning, afternoon? Are you at work? Do you wish you weren't at work? Are you on vacation but wish you were at work because you're a workaholic? Because capitalism blows? These are some hot takes. Yes, tell us everything about you. Um, Yo, there's a website that tells you when there's nude scenes. Yo, I could have used that when I was maybe in a country where I shouldn't be streaming so I may have studied abroad and decided that Jason Segal is incredible, and also Frick, that comedian that dated Katy Perry. Brand I Brand Brand Frick, I can't think of his first name. But you know, Russell Brand, thanks. And I know he's not like cool, but there was a time in my life where I thought he was cool. And so I was like, "Oh, I'm like an adult now. I could watch Forgetting Sarah Marshall. That movie looked funny." But like I maybe watched it on not the best website and accidentally watched the unrated one, and going from like never watching a movie with any nudity in it because it's very uncomfortable to watch with your family and they're very like watching movies with you, so like you don't watch movies with sex scenes in it, and then all of a sudden you watch a movie where like literally the entire movie everybody is fucking and their butts are all out. Yeah, yeah, a more gradual introduction could have been nice. I am so sorry, Dr. JP, if that just ruined your chill vibes. Also, I know I have quite the laugh, so I apologize for that as well. But yeah, no, Danny exactly rated G to porn. That's literally what it was. Oh, but I'm sorry you wish you weren't at work. I hope it's just like a rough day and not that you hate your job. Um, and if you hate your job, we're not going to talk about it anymore because I'm not going to ruin chill vibes. Um, and I know I just pulled this out because I didn't count right, so we are going to count properly. So that is 1, 2, 3. 3/3 down. I definitely said before that it was 3/3 down, and then when I went to do it, just didn't. Um, and also while I'm at it and being chaotic, I'm going to move my closed captioning over a little because it was so not in the right spot. And I'm realizing maybe I should have tagged my stream as having closed captioning. Also, y'all like my bow? I like was getting ready to come on and I could have like spent that time fixing Spotify, but instead I decided to attach a bow to my headphones because I'm extra. Uh yeah. Um ooh, you can all see my lava lamp. Haha. um Oh, so earlier we were talking about Sad Summerfest. So yeah, so kind of like I was just talking about with kind of like how I was just talking about with TV shows. I went to my first concert when I was in like first grade. Um, aw, thanks, Donovan. I appreciate it. Um, so I went to my first concert when I was in first grade because my first favorite band ever was the Beatles. Um, my grandpa used to play them while he babysat us. Well, he used to just um no, Danny, right? Right? All these people are here. That's No, that's earlier. I didn't want to dox them because I'm like, I'm gonna call you what like the nickname my mom gave you when I was in like 10th grade, just so I don't so I can acknowledge that I know who you are, but I don't like dox you. But like, yeah, no, there's all these people here, and I really appreciate it. Like, y'all are so sweet, giving me the warm fuzzies. Um, I am so bad at actually sewing. Here we go. But so words. So my first favorite band was the Beatles. And yeah, kind of like what I was saying earlier with like um the different kinds of music like my parents were into like they weren't necessarily big Beatles fans. Um and so I kind of always had like my own taste in music. But I tended to I tended to end up like into bands like right as they were breaking up, or like they weren't really like felt like doing stuff anymore, or like or they were just too big to see. Like I totally mentioned earlier like I grew up listening to like Foo Fighters and like words. Y'all, I it's so bumpy lumpy right now and it's like bothering me, so I'm going to undo it. And I'm so sorry. I am such a perfectionist that yeah, I'm going to undo it. Uh but yeah, so I grew up like listening to all those bands because that's what like my parents would play in the car. All right, Danny, have a good day at work. I'll probably talk to you later. Um and I'm sorry about the interview. But I love you and I hope to see you next stream. Um Also, don't be mean. You get my perfectionist vibes. Um Words, words, words. I have to move my patterns around because I'm realizing I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Whoop. Oh. Also, did I show you all my giant potato? Look at this giant potato. He's so good. So good. Anyway, anyway, um, now screw all the backstory. I'm just gonna tell you guys about Sad Summerfest. So I went this past weekend to see Sad Summerfest, the fan again. That's the show and tell, the fun show and tell. Um, yeah, it was really freaking hot. I don't know where y'all are from. Well, I know where most of you are from, but it was really freaking hot. Um, nice. Uh, no, Sean, I had the exact same vibe. opened him up, and he was so squished and like tiny, and yeah, he was a grower. I opened up that bag, and he just he's keeps getting bigger. To be honest. And he's so soft. Like so soft. But yeah. So he's one of my little streaming buddies. Um da-da-da-da. Words. Oh, no. The fan. That was a very necessary choice. It was hotter than fucking hell. And I had traveled north for this show, and it was still disgusting. Um we were talking about the weird alien thing. Um that's the kind of big filter that would take us out. Not to trigger anybody's climate anxiety, but that's the kind of trigger they were talking about, not like other aliens coming and taking us out. But if that was something we were going to be afraid of, NASA like tweeting out where we're located in the solar system is kind of an asshole move. Like, dude, we're kind of already a giant planet. Like, you do not need to like be tweeting our lokes. Like, whatever. I don't have like a good place to put my coffee. So I keep having to like reach across the screen. Oh, and this is a sock monkey that I made years ago. I'll just put it back behind me. Yeah. Oh no, Tom, speaking of things that like turn you on, I knew that there was an anti-footer in the chat, so I made sure that I was wearing socks so as not to freak you out too much. Just, you know, being respectful of everyone's boundaries. But anyway. Sorry, but if that was too harsh of a burn, I'm sorry. um anyway. Uh Dr. JP. um yeah. So we're finally making a little bit of progress. Oh, but so okay, so I like low key dropped a hot take earlier and then never supported it. Um Unless Sean said something more interesting. Oh, that he's leaving. Um right? We are always all learning so much. That and like I hope y'all know that I'm talking out my ass half the time. Like I couldn't even give you the name of that theory that I was telling you about. Um Man, if I'm not gonna have music next time, I'm definitely gonna have to move the closed captioning because it's deaf bothering me. And I need to start abbreviating I need to stop abbreviating words that then get misheard. Um so anyway, we're gonna keep cross stitching. God, if I'm cross stitching at this rate, we are never going to finish anything. What the hell? Sorry, the room I'm in is like entirely windows, and there's just this cat bounding down the hill towards our house. And I'm very confused because he looks an awful lot like our cat, but our cat is inside sleeping. And so I don't know what's going on out there. But yeah, so I did go to Sad Summer Fest over the weekend. And so yeah, I wasn't like quite old enough when Warp Tour was a thing, with just the kind of family I had that be allowed to go. So the Academy is was my like I saw Paul McCartney when I was in like first grade, and then I didn't see any concert until the Academy is in like seventh or eighth grade. That was also like the first night I ever had an energy drink, and I don't think my feet touched the floor that night. I was just jumping so much. Um, oh my gosh, I used to love making like fan shirts, well like fan made t-shirts and stuff for the different bands I'd see. Until one time the security guy at a local venue gave me shit for wearing a shirt of the band I was gonna see. And I was like, I should have freaking called him out, but like, I don't know, I was like 15. And so I wasn't gonna stand up to an adult man. Um, so yeah, so I didn't. Um, yeah, but so I went to Sad Summer Fest over the weekend with my little sister. Um, so if anybody doesn't know what Sad Summer Fest is, it was started by the Maine. And um, it was started to be what your warp bleh, what Warp Tour used to be. So like if anyone didn't get a chance to go to Warp Tour, like when I'm and wanted to, I'm so sorry, because it like it always seemed like such a big thing in my head, and then like when I went, it then was everything I had wanted it to be. So yeah, so I'm very sorry if you didn't actually ever get a chance to go and wanted to. But like the thing I loved about it is, I don't know, like I was bullied in school. I think most people at some point in their life end up being like bullied in school, and I didn't necessarily feel like I fit in anywhere. Like I had a lot of friends, considering there are people in this chat that I've known since way back then. Um but like it I mean, I think anybody when you're like 13, 14, frick, like even 17, 18, like it's hard to feel truly seen. And like whether that's just like we don't know who we are yet, or if that's like I don't know, like you're just in the wrong area. Like I met this person once under not so great circumstances, and I just they'd kind of given up on things, and it's like in like where they, based on like their experiences in life so far, and they were like a younger person, and I it just it sucked because as an outsider I knew it was purely just where they were from that they felt like they did. And yeah, so I feel like Yo, Donovan, I highly appreciate that you think that I was one of the cooler coolest underclassmen when I got to high school. I was something else with my giant ass bell bottoms and, earrings that were literally the size of like GameCube discs. I miss those earrings so much. I lost one of them at a show. Uh that's what you get. Um but no, like so like yeah, going from like not really necessarily feeling like you fit in anywhere to then like and I mean like any organized activity or like sport. Yeah, my mini disc earrings. That's I have a somebody else gave me a pair of like headphone jack earrings, and I used to be too scared of like mix matching my earrings because I was scared of people judging me, but like I think I could have like a really cute pair of like mix matched earrings if I like wanted the like headphone jack and like one of the like mini discs because I only have one of those still. Anyway, um but yeah, so like I don't know, like and that's what I always loved about like concerts and like any organized like non hateful organized activity is like everybody there has at least one common interest with you or is like within 7 steps of a common interest in you. Because, like, okay, fine, maybe they don't like the band, but they're here with their best friend who loves the band, or they're here with their partner who loves the band. And, like those moments when you're, like, in a, like, mosh pit, when two bros look at each other from across the mouth, across the mouth, from across the mosh pit and, like, just serenade each other from like across the room because they both love this fucking band and the fucking band is like Streetlight Manifesto and you've never seen two people more in love, but it's just two bros who really love ska music. You know that vibe? That's my favorite vibe. Like just mm. Like I remember my first Warped Tour, it was like pouring. It was pouring by the end of the show. Um and me and my best friend at the time were just like spinning in circles in a parking lot of like our one of our favorite venues. Um and yeah, and it's like and one of the things that like made Old Warp Tour like so good is like the bands just felt like people. You could just walk up and like and that's like again like so many people who have popped into chat today. By so many, I mean like two of you, but still, or like friends I made from going to shows. Um, and it's like, and honestly, half the time we had more in common than like the friends I made in like school and shit because it's like we all met somewhere where we knew we had something in common, and that's like the freaking icebreaker that is too. Like, oh my god, you love this band? Me too. Um, That's okay. So that reminds me of my unusual concert friend I made um right before my birthday. Um I lucked out and got to see arguably one of my favorite bands. Um the Main, if anyone is familiar with them. Um like literally the day before my birthday got to see them, and um I went by myself, which is a weird vibe. Like I don't normally go to concerts by myself. Like I kind of like I guess I mentioned earlier like I used to literally fill up like from the second I could drive, like just fill up my car with friends to take to shows because I didn't want to go by myself. Like, yo, y'all, I'm so stupid. Do you see what I did? Ah, that's painful. Damn. Well, I'll just undo it, and then nobody will know that I made a dumb mistake. It's one of the things I like about yarn and string crafts is they're so easy to take apart and put back together, and it's not like a big deal. Where did I just put that in? Which direction am I going? This way. Okay. But yeah. But no, like, oh, but yeah, so I went to this concert and I went by myself, and that's like, I've never really done that before. Like, I guess I did a bit when I was in college. Um, just because, like, coming from a different area and, like, being kind of into, like, local music, I'd half my favorite bands were, you know, somewhat local. Um, whoop. Huh. Or like when my cousin was like, "You have to go see Jeff Rosenstock," and I like asked all my friends, I'm like, "Yo, anybody want to go see Jeff Rosenstock?" And everybody was like, "We don't know who Jeff Rosenstock is," and I was like, "Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna go see Jeff Rosenstock by myself." Uh, but then like, or like there was a organization that I volunteered with when I was in college, and literally all we did was put together like small concerts. Well, not small comparatively. I've put on some concerts all on my own, and I can tell you what a small concert looks like. These were some decent sized concerts for what everybody was working with. And I would name drop them if I wasn't a little worried it'd make me too easy to find. Because I love that organization and I love the people I met through it. But anyway, um, and like all the friends that I met there, it was guaranteed, you know, to be kind of quirky people like me who really loved music and were open minded because of the kind of music that was played, or you know, like yeah, just friggin' music, dude, so good. Um, But anyway, like yeah, so like one of the things I loved about my first Warp Tour is well, so like for a long time I had a YouTube channel. Um Earlier I mentioned a friend who had a friend who then introduced me to the Academy Is and other like emo bands like that. Um that same friend used to call me like literally every day, and she called me one time, and the first thing she said to me was, "Hey, what would you do if I mailed you a muffin?" And I was like, "What?" Um and it became like this weird like personality litmus test, I guess, for us to like ask people this question, and like it ended up becoming a YouTube series um that I ran for years. And when I started going to shows a lot, that's I'd um go out of my way to like hang out afterwards and stuff, and like meet, you know, the try and meet the bands and ask them this question. Uh and I made so many friends that way. That's actually honestly half the reason I know both Sean and Zach, who were in the chat earlier. Oh no. Oh no, Tom, you've seen those videos? That's Tom, when I met Ray, I was talking to her, and like halfway through talking to her, and she's like, yeah, no, that would make sense because like everybody in Kickback tomorrow after Mark joined, I believe, has one, and then like um my name is Drew's all on there. Um Nobody yet, I believe, have a few. I'm probably doxing myself from naming these bands that only existed in this very specific geographical region. But oh, Tom, that's great. But no, when I met Ray, we were like, I was talking and I mentioned to them that I was like at Sean's last show and we were going back and forth and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, no, and I know your fiance. And she's like, what? And uh, Sean had me put up the YouTube video, and it was hella awkward because then when Mark came home, she's like, so Mark, what would you do if somebody mailed you a muffin? And I was like, oh god, this is, yeah, yeah. Y'all are bringing back my awkward high school days. But anyway, but so like that's I we'll put it this way. I think last time I checked, the muffin question was like, oof, the first video was over 10 years old, and these are still people that I talk to. So and then like that's the kind of shit that I loved about like Warp Tour, and like honestly that um scene in general. Um Sorry, I was like halfway through a sentence when I saw your message. Hey, Credo. Um, Good to see you. How is work so far? How's your day going? I'm just talking about everything and nothing. I think I've literally it's been a range today. We'll put it that way. Um, and we actually are getting some cross stitch done. I honestly, there was a bit there where I didn't think we would. If I'm being totally honest, I very much didn't think we would. Um, but yeah. Um, but so okay, so I used to do those YouTube videos where I'd like interview bands and stuff, and I lost my needle. Um, and Warp Tour was heaven for me because bands were just there and they were just walking around. Actually, speaking of Warp Tour, and since he said be right back and I don't think he's back yet, I'm going to go ahead and put Sean on blast. We actually both played dodgeball in a Warp Tour adjacent dodgeball tournament. And like that's the kind of shit that they used to do like during Warp Tour. Um Oh, there you go. You just got back as I'm putting you on blast. Um Oh, that's nice, Credo. I'm glad you're getting to go home. Was it a long day? And thank you. I'm so hyped that we're actually doing some of this. But like that's the kind of stuff that they used to like do with Warp Tour is like I don't know if anybody else used to read like alt press, but like the Warp Tour prom. You know, like it just they acknowledged that there was a community, which was really nice. Um, but yeah, no, being like 16, what I cared about most was that like you literally could just like hang out and meet all your favorite bands. Like odds were high that you could be waiting in line for like a chili cheese dog, and like I don't know, so was Pat Hirsch. Like I don't know why that was my pull, but that was my pull. Um yeah. Um but yeah, so like my old YouTube channel was full of videos from like different Warped Tour, well, the 2 Warped Tours I went to, and then just like any show. But so like that was half the fun of Warped Tour, and like I um words at the show, like, so like um Mayday Parade played, and Derek Sanders looks exactly the same. Hold up. Tom. When Tom worked for Ibanez, he used to get backstage passes to Warped Tour for free. He took John. Shout out to hi John, I'm Dad. He's also wonderful if you want to go check him out. So Tom took John one year and they went to hang at the band barbecue after the whole thing was over. Oh my god, you must have such great stories. Poor Sean. Adam Lazaro was standing right next to us in line for food. No, like that's the kind of shit, dude. Like, I was talking to Sean about it because like, the friend that took me, we had kind of different tastes. Yeah, like I got into screamo much later, and like, you know, like ska was the hardest thing I did for a bit. Now meanwhile, like I think the next thing we're gonna be cross stitching on stream is music adjacent, and it is the mascot for a metal band. And anyone who knows me could probably guess now what it is that we're stitching, or I told you what it is we're stitching next, but oh, that was the last year you got to do it. No, that's cool as hell though. But that's, yeah, like, so like um yeah, no, like that dodgeball tournament, I very much remember arguing with Bo Boken about whether or not the new Panic at the Disco album was any good, and whether or not Butch Walker was a good producer. He kind of, when I knew who the producer was, he kind of backed off and was like, "Oh, okay, I guess you have a legitimate opinion." Not to say that Bo Boken isn't cool. He seemed really nice. But anyway, um thanks Donovan for stopping by. I hope you can again. But thank you so much. It was a pleasure having you in chat. Have a lovely day. Um but yeah. But so like, yeah, so like Warped Tour, like half the fun was just like the community, and like the bands are part of that community. And yeah, and so like Parade played. Sorry, I keep backtracking to try and like get my brain back on to the track that it was on, but like that doesn't happen. I'm a very chaotic storyteller. Sorry. I mean, I'm not, but sorry. Uh as in not sorry, not as in not chaotic. I am very chaotic. Um but yeah. Oh, but so Derek Sanders of Mayday Parade, the lead singer, the one that does not sing Goodnight Moon, because that's by a different band. I think I saw the Warped Tour where both those bands were playing, and I wondered if that was awkward. Anyway, Derek Sanders made a whole big thing, and he's like, "Oh, you know, this is like all we have." Like at Sad Summerfest was like, "Oh, this is all we have left of like, you know, Warped Tour and that community," and you know, was going on about that and all about how like when he was 13 and he went to Warped Tour, like it changed his life, like literally. And yeah, and he was going on about how it gives him so much hope, and he misses, you know, just basically about what like good vibes like that whole community and everything is. And like, so again, I don't know what like anybody knows about Sad Summerfest, but it was started by the Maine, one of my favorite bands. And they have this whole thing about like that they're just people and that you shouldn't have to pay to meet people. So they don't do like paid meet and greets, and it's wild. Like literally John O'Callahan has like has gotten ticketed for like public nuisance because of teenage girls lining up in the street to take pictures with him, because it stops traffic, because he is famous enough that like in the right circles that like there's enough women that line up to meet him to stop traffic, but then like at the same time he's totally just a dude. I mean, every celebrity is, but like yeah. And so they've always had that, like they've like published pieces talking about how messed up they think it is to have to like pay to meet another human being. um and then meanwhile, uh on their cute little summer tour that they started, that they didn't play this year, um which kind of sucked. But the whole time, blah blah blah, the like co-headliner, it was like Neck Deep and Water Parks. And Water Parks, the whole tour, you could pay like $20 to meet them. $20 to meet some like bratty teenagers. Yeah, Tom, I mean, I don't know, I mean, you have a good taste in music, but I don't know what your actual like how much you actually have like are a fan of the Maine and their work, but like they're really chill people, and they're very vocal. Um that's I When I wanted to be a band promoter, I I used to like hardcore follow them because I'm like, "Oh, they promote themselves really well. Like, how do they do that?" Um and so I used to like read all those articles about like their meet and greets and stuff. And it's yeah. No, but I agree with you. Like I very much miss when bands used to just like hang out outside of shows without the paid meet and greet. Like that, I've met William Beckett of the Academy is 3 times. Two of them were essentially like those stupid paid kind of meet and greets, and it was, like, yeah, it's not the same. It's not the same. Although I can't completely diss them because that is how I got a high five from Tyson Ritter on when I skipped junior prom. Um but um but I used to miss that so much. Um well, I miss that so much. Yeah. Actually getting to like chat with somebody. That's I put my little sister on blast last time we saw the Maine, because um Nick Santino of A Rocket to the Moon, if anybody remembers that band, was there and he opened for them. And that's when my little sister learned how to drive. That was the only CD that she had in her car, and she listened to it on repeat, was Nick Santino's solo album. And it has, partially because there's probably unintentional Firefly reference, and she's a huge Firefly fan. So yeah, all of it was just like, yeah. Um, Hold on, sorry. I'm gonna drink some coffee because my throat. I had a tonsillectomy not that long ago, so I'm sorry if my voice is kind of garbage right now. I promise it's getting better. Oh my gosh, no, Tom, I'm so glad you're here because you apparently liked cute emo music at the same time I did because you actually know who Nick and Justin are. That's so cool. No, by the time I went to Warped Tour, like the coolest thing was what I thought the coolest thing was is my like 5 pictures with the panda from I'm really not gonna think Chunk No Captain Chunk. I was like, I'm really not gonna think of their band name now. They're the cutest little French men. Like the Chunk No Captain Chunk, they're just so sweet and so tiny and like just the sweetest. Um that's what I really liked about during like the muffin question is I got to like actually figure out who was nice and who wasn't so nice. Yes, Brighton. No, dude. Sorry, I keep getting really loud. Both Brighton and A Rocket to the Moon, like that's my sister was telling me that one of Nick Santino's bands were getting back together and I'm like, it's not gonna be Brighton though. Like, let Brighton have a reunion. Their music was so cute and their art was so cute and he taught you how to play We Are Birds. That better be on your redeem list. Next time I'm in your chat, I'm making you play it. But that's oof, excuse me. Along those lines though, my best friend at the time that took me to Warped, I'm gonna have to lead singer set it off. Ah, frick. Somebody's probably saying it in chat. And nope. Okay, cool. Nobody's embarrassing me. Cody Carson. That's what it is. She got to before Warped Tour started, we were hanging out outside of Warped Tour and they were trying to like, promote their band because it was like right. Ooh, I think Cinematic had come out not that long ago because I'm looking and Cinematic's 2012. So yeah, around when Cinematic came out and after we asked Cody Carson the muffin question, she was like, would it also be okay if I did a duet with you? And he was like super cool and it was like it was very sweet. It was a cute moment. Yeah, Sean, Cody something. Anyway. You got to hang out and see an acoustic set. Oh, I already read that one. Black and White. I love that album. But so I have a playlist called John O. That's all my favorite the main jams. That's this camera might as well be the main tattoo camera because that is the main tattoo right there on my inner arm. Uh but yeah, so my John O playlist, I was adding like all these bops to it and I kept getting to both Black and White and Pioneer. I was having the hardest time finding songs from those albums that I liked. And I felt so bad because I'm like these are like two of my favorite albums, but I can't think of like single songs that are bops. Sorry, I just saw that like my voice kept kind of spiking when I laugh. And I am so sorry if that put any of you in any kind of oral pain. Audio not oral, auditory pain. But yeah, no, exactly. Pug zoomies. That and for Forever Halloween, freaking Forever Halloween. It like, we used to we used to eat blizzards at Dairy Queen while crying in my friend's car listening to Forever Halloween. And it's like, yeah, I can't put any of those songs on John O because John O's all for like screaming along in the car. Like thank you, Credo. I yeah, got very worried because I saw it go into the yellow and I was like, oh shit. Oh shit. I know I have a shrill laugh. I don't want to like kill anyone. Um Favorite albums where you can't pick a, yeah, but you listen to the whole thing on repeat. No, and that's especially again from that like specific era of time. I drove a VW Bug with a 6 CD changer that was always full. And that's what I listened to. Um I could probably even tell you um which albums were in there the most frequently. Uh and then you end up with that thing where it's like you then have that like one of the songs from that album on a playlist. Ooh, excuse me. You have one of those songs on a playlist and then you're like listening to that playlist and that song ends and you like go to start singing the next song that's on the album and that is not what's playing. It's almost 3 and that's what I had posted on Instagram, but I do want to do a little bit more sewing. And I don't think I think I still have this space until like 4. So we're gonna keep chatting and we're gonna keep sewing. Um, yeah. And next time I'll try and have some like next time I'll figure out how to do music without it echoing like hell. Um, and so that way you guys don't have to just listen to me babble and not ever finish a story. Like how much I hate water parks. There we go. I know this says like Stitchcrafting, Affirmations, and Florals, but I feel like I just keep like intermittently telling y'all that I hate water parks and then not following through on it at all. Yeah. Uh but so okay, so the main started Sad Summerfest to kind of bring back some of those Warped Tour vibes. And like I mean the main's kind of I love them. I don't want to say anything bad about them, but they were kind of called out for not like continuing to chill with All Time Low, despite All Time Low's nonsense, which I won't go into. But if you want to look it up, you can go ahead and look it up. I'm just saying none of us should have been surprised with how they are. Um but yeah, so they were kind of called out on that. I think All Time Low was on one of the previous Sad Summer Fests. But anyway, but yeah, but so they have like a whole thing about like they're just people that you shouldn't have to pay to meet them, and like Mayday Parade, which I don't know, the fact that like half the crowd, like over half the crowd still went absolutely freaking wild when they played Jersey, or when they played like Jamie All Over, like you know, they're not a freaking small band. And they Warped Tour style had a little tent set out next to their tour bus, and like we're just like freaking hanging out. Do I have pictures with them? No, because by the time we got there, they weren't sitting there. And because I think I'm too cool now. Because I could have stood, the last, Sad Summer Fest I went to with my sister, I could have stood in line, to take a picture with John O, and I, quote, said to her, quote, "No, Hannah, I'm not 16. And I'm like, "Oh shit." Ah, shit. Um, but yeah. So Mayday Parade, arguably a bigger band, arguably a longer, more reputable band, sitting around, willing to meet people for free. Meanwhile, water parks charging like 20 frickin' bucks just for a handshake. Like, that's some frickin' bullshit. And and then they weren't even like cool people. Like not that you can like always get that from like, a performance, but like okay, so like there's still red flags, like so like saw Metric once. And before she started to play this song, where literally the opening line is talking about her sitting on her bed in her thong, she goes on about she dedicated the song to her father. Um, and told everybody what an inspiration he is to her. And it was like, oof, oof, pick a different song. Um, and I don't think it was a joke. Like also I've seen Wombats, and before he played Patricia the stripper, he told everybody it was a song about his mom. Um, oh god, but yeah, maybe that one wasn't a joke either. Um, but yeah, so like in the middle of their set, and like I will admit there are many water park songs that I find to be a bop. Um, yeah, no, Credo, super awkward. Um, but yeah, no, like a lot of water park songs are a bop, and like I do, unfortunately, thoroughly enjoy their music. Um, but so like mid set, okay. Also, first, they only ever sang like two at most choruses or verses of any of their songs. Like straight up, just like about halfway through, like just fade out. And it's like uh, we're in a like weird day and age where it's like both me and my sister knew several water park songs. We did not necessarily know the same ones because rather than like singles, it's like we both knew them from like um Sean, wait, what to what? That they didn't play like a full song all the way through. Cause yeah. Yeah, freaking tell me about it. Um but yeah, no, like so like to me, their big songs are I Miss Having Sex and Paranoid and Stupid for You. Those are like what I would consider their big songs. Meanwhile, like my sister, like um, I'm just gonna have to start calling her by her nickname so I don't accidentally say her name again. But so like my sister knows the like three different songs. Like she's like, oh, I know Miss Having Sex. She didn't know Paranoid. She knew Stupid for You, and then there was like some other song, and it's like like she walked away being disappointed they didn't play her favorite one. I walked away being disappointed that they only played Paranoid. Um, they only played Paranoid during their sound check. Cause we were sitting there, and I turned to my sister, and because they played the first song or the like first chord, and I turned to my sister and like quoted the whole next verse, and she just is like, what? And I'm like, Paranoid. And she's like, no, I don't know this song. But then they didn't play it. And so like instead of playing any of their songs fully, although I don't, there was another band that kind of kept complaining that they didn't play a full set. That's also a big no-no. Like if you're a band and you want me to like review your stage presence, let me know. I will completely drag you because too many bands do not promote themselves properly while performing, which fair, it's very difficult. But yeah. If you don't look like you're not if you look like you're not having fun, the audience isn't going to have fun. Like we know, even if we can't put our finger on it, we will leave being like, something just didn't feel quite right about that. Like yeah. So anyway, um yeah, so like they didn't necessarily play their biggest songs. They didn't necessarily play the songs people wanted to hear. Um they didn't play a full song of anything. And ooh, excuse me. The most cringe um the most cringe part. Whew. There was a girl in the pit, and I guess she had a banner or her friends were yelling or something. Oh, they complained about how far away the barricade was. And it's like, guys, you're charging your fans $18 to shake your hand. Why would you care that they're being held 20 feet away from you? You clearly don't want to be anywhere near them. Yo, did I just do this wrong? No. Okay. Um So there was a girl in the pit, and her friends must have yelled or like something up and was like, um it's my birthday. And having like worked on some shows and like interacted with musicians before, I was really worried about where this was going. Cause so she yells, it's my birthday, and he yells back, how old are you? My stomach twists up because I'm like, oh, whatever he says can't be good. Whatever he's asking can't be good. So she yells up 19, and he goes, 19? You know what that means. And I want to throw up. That's so gaggy. And I'm like, this is going to be fun. What he says is, so that means like 19 years and 9 months ago, Mr. What's your name? And she like yells back like Kaylee, and or like Keely, and like he's like Mr. Keeley was like looking at Mrs. Keeley and was like, or Mr. Keeley's mom was looking at Mrs. Keeley's mom and was like, sup, you looking good tonight. And he kept going. He kept describing this fan's parents having sex in excruciating detail for like half their set. I thought it was going to be gross. I did not expect it to be that gross. Water parks. That was water parks. So yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Pug Zoomies. Isn't that disappointing? They were like a pop punk party staple. Um I mean, without getting into all of the allegations, I can just say that I always thought it was kind of weird that they had a trailer that they brought on tour with them filled with teenage girl bras. But you know, that was just me. The other problem I had, and the reason I'm going to talk about it is because I didn't necessarily see it posted anywhere. But the other problem I had with All Time Low is, I'm the kind of person that when I like a band, oh yeah, no, so, Tom, the bras in the van, they got away with it because they said that for every bra they collected, they'd donate $1 to the I Heart Boobies campaign. You know, the same charitable fund that Spencer Gifts thinks is, you know, the ideal for charity. Not that I don't like support Spencer's, but I'm just saying that's your maturity level that you're working with there. Um but yeah, it was like, cuz I said to my friend at the time, because I'm adorably sheltered, I was like, where do people get these bras to throw up on stage? Bras are like really expensive. And she's like, oh, you just go to like Target and you get like a handful of like $5 ones that are like cheetah print or whatever. And so I thought that's like what happened. And it's like, no, no, no. You literally, even if that is what happened, you have a van full of teenage girl bras that you take literally with you across the country. Um, Yeah, and the photos of their old shows, the stage is just covered. Um, but no, anyway, so like I'm the kind of person that like when I find a band and I like get invested, I listen to everything. Everything by that artist, by the members of the band that were in that band. I mean, the fact that like earlier I was talking about arguing with Bo Boken about whether or not Butch Walker's a good producer. It's like, because he produced like Santi and I loved Santi, and so I was like, oh my god, I need to know who this man is and you know what his whole deal is. And so then I got really into Butch Walker, and that's, you know, how I do things. um that, and like, I don't know if anybody remembers TAITV. TAITV, sorry. um but like the Academy is used to like live stream their, not live stream, but like used to do like tour diaries and stuff. And a lot of bands used to do that. Oh yeah, no, love. He's produced all of your favorite albums. I'd put money on it. Excuse me. Like, he had he had a cover of You Belong With Me by Taylor Swift that went viral, and she watched it, fell in love with it, and he invited her to invited him to play it with her at like some award show. Um yeah, no, and he still produces a lot. Cuz I follow him, and actually for somebody that was born in 69, a dude has some very very excellent hot takes. So, takes, not cakes. Just wanna, I saw I saw the subtitles and I wanted to make that very clear that he has good hot takes, not cakes. Um, he wrote like a whole rock opera about what was going on in the world for a bit there, and like lost a lot of longtime fans, and was like really chill about it. Was like, yeah, fuck you. I don't, you know, like, I make my money off the production, not off of, you know, people who liked his hair metal band from, you know, the 80s. But but yeah, and so like, fuck the number of bands I found, because I'm like, oh, I wonder who else Butch Walker's produced. And so I've then, you know, would look up who Butch Walker's produced, and, you know, whatever. But yeah, the Academy has had a like tour diary, and so did All Time Low. And I wasn't super huge on All Time Low, but I did quite like Hey Monday. Because I had seen them open for the Academy is, I saw them open for this Providence. I quite enjoyed them. And yes, my family did watch when Cassidy Pope was on The Voice. Um, because when we stand hard. Um, yeah, so I had watched a few of All Time Low's tour diaries when they were on tour with Hey Monday. And one of the things that made my skin crawl was the entire time Cassidy Pope was eating, they were like harassing her about like her menstrual cycle and, other just topics that are like, you know, maybe not cool things to talk about when a woman's eating or like when anyone's eating or like, respecting other human beings' like privacy. And it's like her boyfriend was being cool about it because she was dating the drummer, but like the rest of the band were just being such dicks to her. And like I know trust me, I know misogyny is still like a big thing in the music industry, but like that's not cool. That's not how you make somebody feel like welcome. And that pissed me off. And that always kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. And so even before the allegations broke against All Time Low, they just kind of weren't my favorite. Does that mean I'm not gonna like totally throw down when Dear Maria comes on at a wedding? Fuck yeah, I'm gonna throw down. Like, although I don't know whose wedding is playing Dear Maria like at the reception, but so I am gonna ask, do we wanna there's some stuff going on. What's up? Sean says it feels like it's something that would have been played at his friend's wedding last month, but it wasn't. That's on brand. That's checks out based on the little I know. um yeah, I feel like we're getting to a point where the people getting married, you're going to hear a lot of Mr. Brightside, you're going to hear a lot of I was going to just say Pinkertone in general, but I don't that again would be a really weird choice. And like what about Soldier Boy? I feel like the kind of people who taught themselves the Soldier Boy dance at middle school sleepovers and high school sleepovers, they're about the age to be getting married, right? Because I was gonna say, I feel like every wedding I've gone to, Cha Cha Slide's the most recent line dance. But I could be wrong. Although Cupid Shuffle, I feel like Cupid Shuffle's after Cha Cha Slide. So like at our school we learned how to do the Cha Cha Slide in gym class. I don't know, like, cuz there's like line dances that like everybody knows, right? Where did we learn how to do them? Was it gym class for everybody? Or were you like at a party and somebody was like, "Oh, you need to learn how to do this dance because we're all going to do it in like an hour because that's what you do at parties." Like although I do miss the all night dance contests that are in like the old movies. Like the scene I'm thinking of is in It's a Wonderful Life. They're at the like big I I think they're at the homecoming dance or something, and they're doing the jitterbug, and it's like whoever can stay. Kratos says a family party for you thrown into the wolves winging it. And Sean says neither. Wait, Sean, do you not know how to do the cha-cha slide? If I was just sitting here and I was like, everybody clap your hands, you wouldn't know what to do. Cause that, oh my gosh. So when I was in high school, I took Mandarin, and my professor was from, well, my teacher was from Taiwan, and she was unfamiliar with the cha-cha slide. And we were on a field trip, and I walked into a room full of people that were like within 3 years of my age, and I looked into the room, and she was standing there, and I just went, everybody clap your hands, and everybody just, and she just like looked at me, and she's like, how did you get them to do that? And I'm like, what do you mean, how did I get them to do that? She's like, they all just stopped and clapped their hands. And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, I want to try. And she's like, everybody clap your hands. And I'm like, never mind. Okay, never mind. You might have winged it at a party once, but like that was just never something that you encountered growing up. Did your school not have school dances? And I'm not saying that like a judgy way. Like our school, we had to get rid of dances when I got to high school because too many people were having sex during them. And so like we had to sign a dance contract at the beginning of the year because I guess before I got into high school, they used to have like a lot of dances. Like that was like, it was like actually a thing that people would go and do like on weekends, and it'd be at the school or whatever. And I mean, I knew there was a private school that was known for like sex on the dance floor, but I guess somebody got caught at my school, and so then we all had to sign dance contracts saying that you weren't allowed to put your hands on your knees, bend over in any way, shape, or form, gyrate too much. It was wild. But so there's a line in the cha-cha slide that says, hands on your knees, and that everybody would like, whoa, like the whole time. Okay. Sean says he never went to dances. The only one he ever went to was senior prom. Pretty much because he wanted to hang out with friends. No, that's fair. I skipped my junior prom, but I like getting dressed up. If anybody wants to give me an excuse to get dressed up, like, do it, because I fucking love getting dressed up. I love wearing high heels. I like wearing makeup, but I'm bad at it. I like feeling pretty. If somebody wants to give me a reason to feel pretty, like, hit me up. But so no, I went to a lot of dances. That I like the way I look in a dress. You know? You get the right dress, I look freaking snatched. Like, I think I use that term properly. I don't know. But yeah, no, that and I, as someone whose best friend in kindergarten told them to never dance because they look so stupid dancing. Yes, my best friend in kindergarten said that to me. At having had that experience, I swore off dancing for a long ass time, and because I take everything everyone says to me way too much to heart, clearly. I always liked line dances because nobody could laugh at me because I was doing them the same way everybody was doing them. Oh, you think it's funny when I hop up and down on one leg and then spin in a circle? Yes, it is hilarious. You're doing it too. Like, um, no, so I've always had a fondness for line dancing. Cause yeah, cause it's hard to look stupid. It's fun and it's fun and it's stupid. It's stupid and it's fun. I think there are very few things that if you were like, oh, let's go do this thing. It's stupid and it's fun. We're not gonna, you're not guaranteed to hurt yourself or anyone else. I'd be like, oh fuck yeah. But I've definitely hurt other people during line dances. Just gonna slowly sip my coffee some more. Not tell you that story. No, I'll tell you that story. So, speaking of like crafting, my little sister made this straw. How freaking badass is that? I'm just like freaking using it to drink some coffee. But actually, while I drink coffee, y'all want to see a quick cat? Right? Sean, isn't that sick? My little sister's a badass. As I not be able to turn this. There's a cat. You get a cat for a little bit. Um, yeah, we will go back to sewing in a hot second. It is a good cat. He is such a good cat. I can't believe he's stayed quiet this long. The other good cat is in like there's down a not a hallway, but like kind of a hallway. There's another cute cat in a window. Yeah. I just surrounded by good kitties. Um oh, but yeah, as far as sewing goes, Kratos says coffee is one of the best things to drink, so the straw is being put to good use. Dude. I mean, I very much needed it. Before I went on, I was yeah, sleepy cat, sleepy me. Are you kidding? I woke up and he was like wrapped up between my legs, just like all stretched out, and I'm like, buddy, we gotta get up. He convinced me to oversleep because we would have had music if I had actually excuse me, tested the stream the way I wanted to this morning. But cats, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? It looks like I have eyeliner on my fingers, so hopefully I did not accidentally give myself an eyeliner mustache and y'all are laughing at me. Um Look at him, he's so good. He's so good. If I could guarantee that they were gonna behave and like be cute like this, I would totally go Tom's route and have like a kitten cam. Although I am already running through cameras through my cute little laptop, so kitty cam's probably not the best idea. But so speaking of crafting, do y'all want to watch me work on the same project? Cuz like I craft in my free time. I will probably sew more of this. Um do y'all want to see me do something new next time? Or you good still working on this? Like, Because I can have a project that's just for streaming, but I don't know that anybody's that invested in watching me sew, if that makes sense. And you don't have to give me feedback right now. If you know me, you could text me. Just saying. But yeah, that and like I do more than cross stitch. Sometimes I knit. I really like planting. I could definitely set up some kind of repotting stream at some point. Tom, do whatever makes you happiest. And Sean, I'm here for the chill vibes. Yo, dude, again, as long as my like ear-piercing shriek of a laugh, like as long as that's not disturbing your chill vibes, then we good. Like yeah. Honestly, I'm not gonna mess with the camera too much, but I could show you the there's a tower garden on the side, and we could literally just pick peppers the one day because there were so many peppers over there. There were so many peppers over there, and it's very much bugging me that they're not being picked. Excuse me. So, Credo, you said that you'd think it'd be interesting to see a project from start to finish, but that's just you. So the other thing I'm doing that I could do, since I am gonna upload VODs to YouTube. Yeah, I don't know that I'll keep them on Twitch, but I will definitely be putting them on YouTube. The other thing I can do, since I do already have this set up, is I can also just make some cross stitch compilation videos. Quicken up the speed because I know that I'm not a fast stitcher, and upload some progress vids to YouTube and whatnot. We'll see how this goes. Watch it, me sitting here like coming up with more work as that's so on brand for me though. Sitting here like brainstorming all this extra work. That's the other day I was lamenting back when I used to put concerts together. That's I know at least one of you here remembers this, but I don't know if anybody else, you think that would be cool. Well, we'll see. Unless this becomes sustainable, I have to still be like doing some real life real world shit that would probably keep me from doing too much of that, but we'll see. I kind of like this. It's nice chatting with everybody. Also, time suggestions, because like right now my schedule is like, I shouldn't be just like putting this out there, but way too open. And so I was doing 1 to 4 based on when the house is quiet and when I used to watch streams. But if y'all want chill vibes to fall asleep to, I also don't really do shit in the evening, and I can do evening streams if that's preferred. I could also, well, no, I'm not giving y'all that I'd wake up before 11 for you. We'll put that way. I like my sleep too much, and I wouldn't be able to filter what I say nearly as well. Not that I do particularly well, but you know. No, but the other day I was lamenting putting being awake before 11, Sean. No, dude, right? I mean, I will be if I have to be, but I'm not happy about it. uh, but yeah, no, taking on too many projects. I was talking to someone before I even decided that I was going to start streaming, and I'm like, oh, remember like when I used to do shows, like I know all these people who stream and play music. We should do Porch Fest, but on Twitch. And they're like, I don't want to organize that. And I'm like, no, I do, and that's the problem. Like I have free time, and now I need projects. So fuck it. If people will watch it, I will totally stream more just to keep y'all company. That was the other thing is I was thinking of doing like lunchtime streams because I hate eating by myself. Um and I would be so happy to keep people company while they took their lunch breaks. Um yeah. It is so quiet. Sorry, that's not even like a stream comment. That's like my house presently is so quiet. And between the cats and I have a guinea pig and yeah, it is unusually quiet. I'm glad I'm capable of giving y'all chill vibes because I feel like normally my house is not conductive to chill vibes. We'll put it that way. Um Conducive to chill vibes, that's a word. I'm sorry. I don't know that I've been holding this in such a way that you guys have been able to see it. Do not recommend what? Waking up early? Yeah, dude, right? That's huh. So I am a former academic addict. I guess that's a way to put it. I recently finished what I hope to be the last time I go back to school. And that's I made sure that I didn't get a single class that started too early. Like that's there was a class that the content I found challenging as well as the time frame was challenging. Um and I don't know how many of those classes I was awake for. We'll put it that way. And it sucked because I loved the professor. Like she was just incredible, and I absolutely slept through her class. But it made me feel better because it was one of the biggest classes, and when I'd wake up and I looked around the room, at least 3 other people were waking up too. Um, Kratos says anytime is usually cool. You work super early, so you'd be getting out by the time I start streaming. Yeah, that was the other thing is I'm like I could start because I was thinking I could start at 11 and kind of go through like everybody's lunch hours, but then yeah, it I also could just be like thrown on in the background as you do your afternoon shit. Um, although I going back to the whole filter thing, I don't know that I have a good enough filter for public spaces and such. Um, and as someone who has to get up for work at 5 a.m., I can also agree. Do not recommend. Oh God, yeah, Yeah, I don't miss that. I had a job where I had to not only get up early, but then I mean that's most jobs, huh? Getting up early. Not only had to get up early, but then had to like commute like an hour. Oh. Oh, it sucked. I'd like drive a half hour into the city, park, do another hour of public transit. Like, ugh, it was disgusting. It's all right. You use headphones at work. That's good. That's I probably something that quite a few people in chat do already know about me. But I am a huge McElroy fan. The Bim Bam, my brother and me. Like very very big McElroy fan, and they have a lot of fans who will have stories about like, yeah, I was listening on the bus and all of a sudden my phone decided to disconnect from my earbuds and now everybody knows what I think about feet, and it's like, oof, buddy, that is rough. uh Tom's up every day at 8:30. Can't imagine doing 5. Dude, right? Although, Credo, are you a night owl or are you a morning person? That and like it like so like my little sister does night shift. Like she does shift work. Um Sometimes Tom's still playing video games at 5. No, I know, like, dude, last night you went so late. I didn't know you had to get up at 8:30 every day. That's Next time I'll go full mom on your ass and chat and be like, dude, go to bed. Cause that's, oh, you have to have been so tired. That's, I have this terrible habit of picking up like the habits of the people around me. And oh, there was a time where I was living um quite a public transit distance away from where I had to be every day, and the person I was living with commuted with me, partially so I'd remember to get out of bed. I'd commute with them. That's why you mentioned Credo, that's why you mentioned coffee is one of the best drinks. Only thing keeping me alive. Oh, dude, that is a vibe. In college, I think there was more Mountain Dew in my blood stream than blood. It's bad. Um, thankfully not so much anymore. Um, I was gonna say I do have a green tea to follow up my coffee with, but mixed. Kratos stays up later, like up late, way later than he should, and takes naps when he gets home sometimes. That's fair. I can't nap. I used to try when I was in college, like, and I'd stay up forever and my blood was made of Mountain Dew. I used to try and nap, and I wake up and I don't know where I am. And I'm like, oh shit. I like woke up and one time from a really bad nap. Oh, but you probably prefer night. Yeah, that's fair. I honestly am a night owl. Um, I'm a night owl, but it has to be like that has to be the schedule I'm on. Cause it's like so like I was saying, I lived kind of far from like where I'd commute, and the person I was living with would commute with me, and I mean they had to be at work and I had to be at like in college courses, and I'd end up going early and like basically taking a nap in like the student lounge because I'd get there too early. Uh, but if I didn't leave when they left, it was like I'd sleep too late. I'm so bad at sleeping, like waking up on time. It's really bad. Um But yeah, but we'd like commute together and it'd take like so freaking long. And like, I don't know, I guess I was younger then, but I wouldn't necessarily like give myself a bedtime. And so I would just kind of fall asleep when I fell asleep, normally on top of my textbook, sometimes on top of the research for what I was writing. Um, Never in bed. Never did I fall asleep in bed. I mean sometimes. Um, I am very much a workaholic, and I do miss having someone to tell me like, hey, shut up, take a break. Put that down. Come play video games with me. Um, no, there was one time that I fell asleep on all of the research for the paper I was writing, and the person I was living with decided they were gonna be sweet and swept up all those papers, put them in a giant ass pile, and woke me up long enough to get me in bed. And I woke up the next morning and I had been sorting all of those articles that they swept into a big pile. I had been sorting them for where they went in my paper, and I had to start over from square one. From then on, I like labeled everything and made like color coded it because I'm like, okay, I need more than one backup system. I didn't want to be mad, but at the same time, I had spent so much time like organizing them. Oh, it was so frustrating. But I was tired and I should have a bedtime, and I don't. I think that's one of those things. It's like drinking and like drugs and stuff. The more like um yeah, here's another hot take. The more the more you like the more you say not to do something, the worse that person is when they finally do the thing. So like for Americans, it's alcohol. Not allowed to drink until you're 21. Big consequences if you drink before you're 21. And we can't handle our alcohol like Europeans who gives a shit if you drink. Growing up, I wasn't allowed to stay up past 8, even in the summer when the sun went down after 8. Had to be in bed at 8. Eventually it was moved to 9. I don't know that it was ever moved past 9 until I like literally had so much homework that I had to stay up past 9. But then again, I also did like theater and other extracurriculars, and then spent far too much time on my homework. So maybe it wasn't my fault. But now I'm very bad at bedtimes. I don't stay up late responsibly. And it's absolutely because it's 100% because my parents were hard asses about bedtimes. Oh, none of that makes any sense. All right, wait, I did miss some stuff in chat. Um, Kratos says, "Oh no, he'll hit the bed sometimes when he gets home and falls asleep to YouTube. Doesn't matter what he's watching. Bed just shuts down for a nap." No, dude, that is a vibe. There are certain YouTube videos that definitely put me to sleep. There's YouTube videos that should not put me to sleep that put me to sleep. But that's a reoccurring thing in my life. Sometimes you end up with like a weird Pavlovian response. Tom Tom can't function until he's had his coffee in the morning. What a cat poster, Tom. Words. I was definitely telling y'all something. I can relate. I had hard curfews growing up. Now I just sleep whenever and I don't care. Um, that's also a vibe. No, no, video games. I used to study with like FPS in the background, like hardcore first person shooters just real loud in the background because hey, drowns out all the other noise, right? Drowns out all the other unwanted thoughts. Used to do taxes with people, well, with like TV shows going on in the background. But taxes are plug and play. I shouldn't be talking about taxes. Whoop. Sorry, just trying to get this thread tucked in. I need to apologize less. I should like keep a swear jar out here for apologizing. I don't know what I'd put in it because I don't have any money, but yeah, maybe I'll do that and chat can hold me accountable for apologizing too much. We got like 10 minutes up. I say we have 10 minutes as if there's a hard stop time. But I was gonna just go for a little bit longer. Still take a sip of water every time you say sorry. Yo, that's not a bad idea, and I would totally do that. Um, if we made that a rule, and I will. That'll be part of my goal for next time is to have one better chat shoutouts and or like chat commands, and maybe I'll have a sorry chat command, and it'll just automatically be a reminder to hydrate because I apologize too much. But see, I even have a second drink. That's unusual for me. But no, despite what I said about we are gonna look for the yeah, wait, you followed at the beginning of stream and it's showing that you didn't. Yeah, see? Oh, well, I just clicked it, so I'm sure in like 10 minutes it'll pop up again. Because I was going to prove to you that you did in fact follow. Um, but not, dude, if you... What's wild is it's showing me the users in chat and it is not... It's not actually, because I'm literally only seeing one of you popping up. But I probably also don't know how things are working. Oh, now there's... Whoa! There's all kinds of people in chat. Hi, y'all. Wow, Tom, fake fan. I mean, hey, dude, I only subscribed last night, so like, I can't freaking judge. But nah, dude, even if you didn't follow, I wouldn't judge. um, but yeah, we're gonna pick out a color. We'll see. I'll probably cut like end, not too long after 4. Cause no, like I was saying, Summerfest was actually very fun. And I for having my tonsils taken out like 2 weeks ago, I definitely sang and screamed way too much. Way too much. I was so good. We got there in time for Hot Mulligan's set, and I behaved myself, and I didn't scream too much, and I like, they played Equip Sunglasses, and I'm like, and but I didn't scream. And then Mayday Parade went on, and Jersey just got colder. And I'll have you know I'm scared to death that everything you said to me was just a lie before you left. And you can't not sing along. And so now my voice is the lovely thing it is right now. Uh, but yeah. But yeah, let's keep chatting before I do wrap up. And yeah, if you, since this is my very first stream, I'm gonna try and keep a consistent schedule, but as you may or may not have heard, I'm still trying to figure it out. Um, so if you want to go ahead and there should be on my page a link to my Instagram. My Instagram is also cooler than lava lamps. Honestly, if you see a cooler than lava lamp somewhere and they kind of look like me, it's probably me. Um, okay, also because all I can see in chat is Tom's crying emojis. I feel so bad, Tom. Everybody's way too mean to you. You're very sweet. I'm sorry your emojis are crying. Um, but yeah, go ahead and follow me on Instagram. I should probably set up a Twitter too. That'll pretty much just be for letting people know when I'm on. Go ahead and give that like button a little smashy smash so you know when I'm gonna be streaming again. um no, Tom does know you love him. I know about y'all's bromance, but I still feel bad, and you are a very trollable person. Doesn't mean I don't feel bad. That then again, I could like literally make fun of the least likable person on the face of the earth and I'd still probably feel kind of bad about it. But that's just who I am. Um, so okay, what pretty flowers go? Let's look. What pretty flowers go? So I was making like this leaf here. Um, and then these leaves. So I could do the blue. But I didn't. Oh, that was the blue that I think I. No, that wasn't the blue I decided was gonna be purple. Fuck it, let's do pink instead because because we don't have a ton of time left together and so messy. I'm gonna take all of these out because yo, there it is. In with the purples. The other thing you can do if you follow me on Instagram or message me on here or when I get my Twitter up and running, if you message me there, you can also tell me what you want to see me craft. If you want to see me make something else, I got some of my homies to tell me their all-star Pokemon lineup. So if you're into Pokemon, we'll probably be doing some Pokemon sewing soon. And I feel like I'm saying that weird. I feel like I'm not pronouncing Pokemon right. But that's what that is. We'll probably be doing a Korok. If you played Breath of the Wild, I'm working on a cross stitch pattern for a character from that. So we'll be doing that. There is a good chance we will be at some point cross stitching something McElroy adjacent. Because I just can't help myself. I have a very queer pattern that IKEA released because they're the real ones. And I say that if somebody knows a reason why IKEA is canceled, please tell me. But yeah, so I have a cute little queer cross stitch that I'm gonna make for my cousin and his partner. That I might stream some of that. I have okay. Kratos loves Koroks. Okay, so I clearly do as well. Uh he's a little upside down from this angle, and little fun surprise I'll tell people that are here right now. I will have a Pokemon on this arm soon, along with some Front Bottoms lyrics. Um, Specifically Makar from Wind Waker, though. I I was a literal child when I attempted to play Wind Waker, and did not get very far. That's honestly I should play some more video games, so I can talk to y'all about it. Um, I did play through all of Breath of the Wild. I'm not a poser. Oh my gosh. Hi. Okay. That's Thank you. Nithilka. Nithilka. Please let me know how to pronounce that and what your pronouns are. Hi and welcome in. Hi, Neth. It's so nice to meet you, Neth. Hi. What were you doing? What were you streaming? I wasn't gonna stream much longer, but fuck it. If you guys are gonna hang, like, we can keep going. Um, but yeah, what were you up to? What were you streaming? How's your day going? This is so exciting. Hi. Um, so we were just to bring you guys up on speed, we were talking gonna raise y'all on speed. We were cross stitching this cute little affirmation because I need to be reminded sometimes that I'm, you know, a delightful person. You were cross stitching the first gen Pokemon. We were just talking about that. I was just telling them that I was working on I'm still kind of new to cross stitching, and I've been doing mostly like other people's patterns. Is this Neth, is this a pattern that you made, or is it one of the Etsy ones? Cuz I've been eyeing some of the Etsy ones, I'm not going to lie. And also, like, how far are you? Are you like did you do a specific Pokemon today or anything, or like how's it been going? Just tell me about your stream, cuz I'm going to definitely gonna have to pop in and watch you cross stitch. You're 52% in, 8 months to go. Oh, oh, love, you've been doing this for a while. I'm definitely gonna have to creep and watch either your VOD or like check out your progress, because I'm very intrigued now. It sounds huge. I need that stitch on my mantelpiece so it can be seen in meetings. Hi, Darth Scorsha. Am I pronouncing that right? Darth Scorsha. Also, feel free to drop your pronouns, your name, whatever. I want to make sure everybody feels welcome. So I definitely don't want to like accidentally call anybody the wrong thing or anything. Neth, it's a free pattern from Lord Libidin. Oh, I'm gonna have to check that out. That sounds cool. No, I mean, I don't want to worry, but like I do want to make sure everybody yes, Neth, I don't have links turned on right now, but like if you definitely throw it in there with like some funky spaces, I would love that. Cuz I was just saying that, like, so like I've got this crew of friends from college who are absolute dorks. Um Thank you. I am definitely going to have to check that out. Thank you. Um and oop, it looked like it ate the website name. But words. Yeah, I was talking to my Pokemon guys and I was like, yo, I want to try making my own patterns. What are your all's like dream team lineup? So my very chaotic Pokemon nerd friends gave me their lineup. So we might end up doing a video where we like cross stitch up some of their favorite teams or some of their favorite little pocket monster friends. Um let's see. Let's start over here again. But yeah, that's Darth Scotia. That's part of why I'm like sewing this up is um I needed some sassier things on my mantle when I'm in my Zoom meetings. Right now, like when so I was um just to warn you, it is God, that's a really big number. It's 115,000 stitches. Oh my god. Oh my god. Are you doing okay? That's a lot. Is your like hand cramping? How long do you stream for at a time? That's and you're 52%. Oh my gosh. You're halfway there though. Halfway there. But that's yeah, so this piece that's I've been like looking at the like sassy cross stitch. You're only at the 2 hours at a time. Okay. Oh good. All right, so you're still keeping those hands limber. Oh, that's yeah, no, I'm definitely going to have to can you drop the name of the website that it's on because it looks like it starred that out. I'm going to have to play with my settings so that we can share links and stuff. Oh, thank you, Sean. Um he DM'd me the link on Discord. Awesome. Um Actually, I can pull that up because if any other cross stitches are on here and they want to know the name, I definitely want to let you know. And if anybody's wondering, this the pattern that I'm doing is by Hoop Modern Stitch on Etsy. It was just the pattern, and while I'm picking my own colors, they do have a cute little color key. So yeah. There Neth, so I'm gonna be honest, this is my very, very, very first stream. So there's no Discord yet. There's the most I've got going for me right now is a Instagram. Why couldn't I think of the word Instagram? Um Oh, okay, so it's literally the URL is lordibidin.com. So that's Lord like LORD and then Libidin like LIBIDAN if anybody wants to check out that pattern. But holy shit, that is a big pattern. Oh my gosh. They have like all the wow. Yeah, okay. I'm definitely going to be checking this out. But that is a freaking huge pattern. Oh, also thank you. Thank you for the first time hype. That is I'm I'm honestly this has been like I was like so worried that like chat was going to be dead and that like no one was going to show. This has been like a very active first stream and I am so thankful to everyone in chat who's like made it that way. Um since there are some of y'all still here that are like specifically into cross stitch, so for my cross stitching streams, they're probably gonna be during the day. At least for now. For right now, they're between like 1 and 4, 1 and 5, more or less. Depending on how much fun we're having. I might start a little earlier so people can join if they're American East Coasters. It's their lunch break. The rest of the U.S. it's earlier than that, but but yeah, and that's the other thing is that if y'all are into cross stitch and there's a specific time you like watching cross stitch, let me know. Am I a seasoned cross stitcher? I will not lie, I have a speech impediment and it is S-based, and so cross stitching's like the worst thing I could be doing on stream and having to say over and over again. So actually no, I'm not a particularly seasoned cross stitcher. So you guys are watching some firsts. This one not so much. I have done some lettering before. I have done flowers before, so not so many firsts this one. I do have a big project that we might end up working on together. If anybody's familiar with the Witchy Stitcher, I believe it's a she, has some really cool patterns. I on my Instagram there is a Legend of Zelda pattern I made for another streamer who's on right now, who Sean, or XX Sean if you see him in chat. Mama Witch cross stitch. No. That was a bad time for a phone call. Anyway, hopefully that wasn't anything important. No, literally it's thewitchystitcher.com is where they have all their patterns. But they did like a they did a cool Legend of Zelda one. There's a if any of y'all are into metal, and I was actually talking about it earlier, the next one of the other projects we might stitch up might be a Papa Emeritus from the band Ghost. So yeah, if you're into Satanism and metal and cross stitch, I will be having some interesting streams for you coming up. Oh, okay. The cats are back. Both cats, and they're being cute again. I don't know if you'll get to see it this time, but the one just had to come in and like give the other one a little bath. Because now everybody's awake. Because they know it's almost TREATS time. Oh, you guys might get to meet Zuzu. She's thinking she might hop up in the window. Hey, you shouldn't eat plants. Not like that. Yeah, so this like I was saying, this how embarrassing. I'm not a seasoned streamer or a seasoned cross stitcher. Futile to try to deter a cat from eating plants. No, that's Neth, you're not wrong. You're so not wrong. Yeah, especially she's just baby, and she would like to eat the plants, please. Is she up? Oh. Okay, so that was Zuzu. I'm doing better than most. Aw, Neth, you're so sweet. Thank you. Just trying to, have some chill, good vibes. And, oh, of course. have some paper out, so Zuzu's gonna come over here. Hi, baby. You want to sit on my pictures? If she doesn't knock down a camera, that would be excellent. But we'll see. Yeah, don't sniff the scissors. Oh, and she's making all kinds of fun crinkly noises. What a good girl. She's been asleep in the window literally all day. Well, not all day, since y'all saw her earlier in the stream. Oh my gosh, Neth, no, definitely, like, after stream 1, I'm gonna go creep on your stream. I'll probably watch your VODs if you have any. And then I'll find you on all the social media. And yes, absolutely, give me all of your tricks. This has been fun, but I definitely want to make sure that I'm, like, giving the people what they want, you know? Yeah, no, because we were actually just talking earlier about, like, if we're gonna keep doing the same project indefinitely, or like during the next stream, or if I like will just end up with one project that I stream, because I'm not really on social media apart from Discord. Oh, well then I'll hit you up on like the message on here, and I'll give you my Discord name. How about that? Because I'm on Discord. I don't know words. I don't know the number code off the top of my head, or I just like Discord docs myself right now. But yeah. Actually, I do think I have a Discord I could dump you in. It's just not. Nah, I'll wait. Hold up. Sorry, the knot is doing weird things. There we go. I hate when it pulls the end of the string through, the end of the floss through to the other side, and then you're just like stuck with like this fluffy, hairy piece of string in the middle of your work. And it's like, dude. There we go. There we go. That wasn't embarrassing. Nothing I do is embarrassing. I am so sorry my filter is so tight. Cause that is hilarious, Nat, that you call it the devil pubes. No, honestly, everything's just so tight so I don't get in trouble for exposing like children to curse words and stuff. No, that's great. Yeah. Oh, so I was telling you guys about the big cross stitch piece that I was thinking of working on in one of the streams. I actually just dyed the fabric for it. I posted that up on the Instagram, I believe. Actually, I think it was in a story, so I don't think you can actually go and see it now. But so it's this big sampler of cryptids. And so that was something that I was thinking of doing. Just, various nerd shit. I have slightly eclectic taste. The other thing I thought about doing is I didn't know if anybody would want to watch making the patterns themselves, since I do have to do that for any of the yeah, I was talking about that earlier because that's how I ended up on Pokemon before Neth came in, and with extremely on topic doing a Pokemon cross stitch. But yeah, I've done a few, and I think like the next step, it feels like, is to make my own pattern. And I mod almost every pattern I cross stitch because I either don't have a color, or I decided that the flower looked too spiky, or all kinds of stuff like that. So like I'm not unfamiliar with like how to make things out of little boxes, but I don't know that I feel comfortable yet fully making um my own pattern. What is that? 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Sorry, and it's counted cross stitch, and I was saying earlier I'm a little lazy, and that's why my canvas is kind of all over the place, is I like having checkpoints. I like having checkpoints so I don't have to count like above 10. So it's like I start from the center. I did all the words because they tend to be like nice and close together. And then I'm like doing all of the like flowers that are closest to that so I don't have to count too far. I did this cute little like shut up and wash your hands cross stitch during the Pandini, the panorama. Um and it had a circle in it. It took way too long to realize that was not a circle that what I made. Yeah, during the panini. Um Making your own patterns is easy in theory, it's the execution that's difficult. Dude, for real though. Like I am if apps were foreign languages, um I have a conversational understanding of Adobe Suite, and um the I tried using that to see if I could like get like a nice little grid so I could start making my own patterns, and I like, found some like pixel art that I wanted to convert and like all this stuff, and it's really freaking hard. If anybody has like a program or like method um for making patterns, I'm like very tempted to just go find a graph paper notebook from when I was younger and like just start drawing it the fuck out, because I'm not sure how I would otherwise. Neth, if I'm being honest, I free free is always a good price. Um that's half the reason why I'm like, maybe I just freaking do it by hand. Um I don't know. I'm a demonstrative learner. If you don't mind paying for it, Wind Stitch is the best. Actually, no, I'll look at that, because that's, if you're saying that's like the one, then I'll have to check that out, because that is intriguing. And I've been massively struggling. Um yeah, I like made a grid in Photoshop, and like, yeah, the big reason why y'all probably won't see me make any patterns on stream is because um hold up. Oh man, I sewed that too far down. Oh well. Flower's gonna be a different shape. Now it's mine. Love, it got It got censored again. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to fix that. I don't quite remember what I was saying. Oh. Oh, Love, I'm sorry. I was so paranoid about like toxic rating that I just put all of the hardcore chats on. And thank you, Sean. That's very sweet of you to offer. Um Yee. No, I definitely just fucked up this flower, but that just means that it's mine. And that it looks the way that I designed it to look. Um yeah. Yeah, I'll have to play with commands. And I gotta play with um the music so that we can have some jams next time. Um but yeah, as it stands right now, I'm thinking the next time I'm gonna stream is probably going to be on Thursday. Whether that is a cross stitch stream or whether that is a Tiny Tina's stream. Yeah, Credo, exactly. Happy little accidents. We are all about Bob Ross in this household. Abso-freaking-lutely. Um, but yeah, so Thursday evening, I'm probably gonna stream again. We're either gonna play Tiny Tina's, because I love Borderlands and I've been really enjoying it, and I would love to go through with a new character, and to have some people to enjoy the story with because it is just delightful. It is delightful. If you got a weird sense of humor, you should definitely join us. That's what we're playing, and I will definitely post up on the Instagram what we're playing before. Well, if we're playing or if we're cross stitching, before it happens. And both here and there we'll have the Twitter when that's up. Yeah. Unfortunately, I will probably be fast asleep. That's fair, Neth. Are you more of a daytime person, or are you? I don't I don't want you to I don't want to demand to know what time zone you're in, but if you feel comfortable, um let me know because that's fair. Based in the UK. That's I kind of had a feeling because when I used to watch streams that were on it around this time, it was all UK Australian streamers. Y'all kept me company while I was in college. It was highly appreciated. Um and so part of this is returning the favor by streaming a little bit earlier. But yeah, 9 p.m. my time is going to be very late for you. Um but yeah, in that case, same time next Tuesday, I will probably be here with kitties, with plushies, sewing, and keeping y'all company while you do whatever it is you do. Tom's going to a work meeting if he's not back. Thanks for the stream. Thanks for hanging out, Tom. I am probably gonna wrap it up pretty soon. It is a little bit later than I was planning on going, and I want to sign out before I'm forced to by someone barging in the door. But yeah, thanks for coming and hanging out. If anybody, if you don't follow, and thank you for thank you for that. If anybody doesn't follow Pug Zoomies, He's a variety streamer, very fun to hang out with. And he has a pug cam. Not gonna lie, there have been times that I have tuned into his stream literally just to watch his pug because Penny's adorable. Yeah. So definitely also go check out his channel. And thanks everybody for hanging out. Thanks for everybody who, because I know quite a few of you are still here, who followed before I even did my first stream. That was very sweet of you. Thanks everybody for coming now and like being here now during the first stream. You took a shot and I appreciate it. But yeah, and like I said, you can find me offline. Well, not on Twitch, on Instagram under Cooler Than Lava Lamps. If you see me, if you are playing an online game and you see a Cooler Than Lava Lamp, say hey because it is probably me. Or just a lamps. I also am sometimes just lamps. She, her pronouns. Like I said, Tuesdays and Thursdays. I know, I'm doing like all the like wrap up stuff and I told you guys that I was still gone for a little bit. But that's just because I got the groove. This big flower is what I should have been doing this whole time. maybe off stream I'll get some of the little leaves done so that next stream there's more cross stitching and less just talking y'all ears off. Also, I should end in time to maybe go outside, although it was raining earlier. I don't know if it's raining where y'all are, but it was raining here for a little bit. Oh, lovely. Oh, shoot, guys. Okay, now I'm making silly mistakes. So, yeah. We'll probably be wrapping up soon because I'm making silly mistakes and I can hear my voice fading. But yeah, again, thank you so much for everybody being here. Go ahead and give a follow if you want a notification of next time I'm on. Oh, I don't think I've mentioned this since the raid and everything. But I will also be posting my VODs to YouTube when I'm done. Probably within the next within the 24 hours after stream's over. So if you don't catch it live, you can throw me on in the background on YouTube when you're doing something else, and there might end up being more cross-stitching videos up there. We'll see how all of this goes. But yeah, so again, thank you so much for joining me. This was really fun and I hope you guys come back. But yeah, let me get to the top of this chunk. And my stomach's growling, so we're definitely ending. Neff, you said you're jealous of the rain. Oh, is it just like stupidly hot where you are? Sean, you're glad I had a good time. No, thank you. I will admit I was very nervous, but y'all have been so sweet and this has been really fun. And I'm really hyped to do it again. Okay, and as I make another knot, that's definitely gonna be it. So let's figure out if I can figure out rating. If anybody has any recommendations for rating, let me know. Let's see if I can figure out how to do it. Credo, congrats on a great first stream. Fun watching and listening. Thank you so much. Credo, when do you stream? If you want to throw your schedule in the chat. Credo is another streamer and has been hella supportive so far. So yeah, that and Neth. When do you normally stream? Because I would love to pass back the good vibes sometime. But yeah, let's see if I can figure out how to raid, and then we'll raid into somebody else's chat, because it looks like we've been going for about 3 hours and 30 minutes. Boo, boo, boo. Ooh. Okay. Ooh, thank you, Sean, for the information on how to raid. I think we're probably gonna raid into Slap Happity, because they were they were one of the beautiful individuals who followed before there was even anything. So we don't have a raid message yet, and I totally get it if you have to raid and run. Thank you again for spending time with me. This was really fun, and I hope we can do it again soon. Thank you again for everybody who followed. Oh, Kratos says that he plans on doing randomizers and speed runs, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, kind of sporadic. Sorry. Cool. Thank you for that. Oh, and Neth does Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 7 p.m. UK time, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So wicked. Cool. So we will probably overlap all the time. And in a good way. I'm so excited. This was really fun. Thank you again. Like I said, we're gonna raid into Slap Happity. They're playing Spirit Fair. I don't know if anybody's gotten to see that game, but it is so cute and like pretty, and like I'm sending you to more chill vibes. So that'll be really fun. All right. So bring them good vibes. And we'll see about getting this. Sean says, thanks for the stream. Hope you had a good time. Thank you for being here. I had a great time. I'm just going to continue saying that until I manage to send you to this next chat. Like, thank you. This was so much fun. Yeah. And so if this works, I'm going to send you all to Slap Happity, send them good vibes, have a wonderful day, and thank you for being here. Why is it not working? Yeah. This isn't embarrassing. It's telling me their username's invalid. Okay. So that's really weird. Yeah, I copied it from their URL and everything. So I guess maybe we won't raid the... Oh, that's awkward. Oh, I was trying to be like a good friend. Okay. This is the last time, and then maybe we'll raid someone else, or I'll just unstream and I'll figure out raiding. Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna end stream. But I highly recommend going and checking out Slappity Happity. I'm typing their username, Slap Happity, in the chat. Hmm. Okay. Anyway, sorry, I definitely just zoned while doing this. You know what? I can do at... Nope, I can't. Okay. But yeah, so if you're still here, I'd go check out their stream. More good vibes. Thank you again, and have a good evening.